So I've been thinking about putting this video out for a while now, but more and more stuff keeps happening and more stuff keeps coming out. But today seems like as good a day of any to put this thing out there, record this video. It might get a little heated. It's going to be a little interesting and in-depth. But if you could first like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell to make sure you get these daily update videos. I greatly appreciate it. It really helps the channel out a lot. Let's get into it. Dan Snyder, owner of the Washington football team, formerly known as the Washington Redskins, is the biggest embarrassment to the NFL in forever, maybe. He is a horrible, horrible person and has destroyed this once proud franchise. For those of you who don't know, Dan Snyder bought the team back in 1999. And since then, the Washington Redskins have been one of the worst football teams on the field. 27th ranked in wins. They have a 41% winning percentage, 5 playoff appearances, 1 playoff win, 1. Only the Bengals and Lions have have less wins. So, and honestly, that might change this year. The Bengals have a good chance at winning. Obviously not the Lions, but still. Just horrible, horrible product you've put on the football field since you've bought the team. You've gone through coach after coach, player after player, GM after GM, and that's just the tip of the iceberg where it gets for Washington. Here's where it's really bad. So I did a video about over a year ago came out that more than a dozen women alleged rampant sexual harassment throughout the organization, verbal abuse, just a terrible, terrible working conditions for women. And reportedly, Dan Snyder knew about it and covered it up. Now, Dan Snyder has pledged that he would support the NFL's investigation. They said they were going to look into it. But his actions tell a different story. Washington Post, again, breaking this story down. Apparently, when the NFL sent a lawyer to investigate, they were going to look into this allegations. She wanted to interview the woman who had been paid off $1.6 million to keep this quiet in 2009. Apparently had been offered more money to keep quiet and not interview this lawyer. And Dan Snyder's lawyers have stepped in and blocked the investigation at every point they could, trying to get interviews sealed, trying to get injunctions put against the investigation, just really blocking the investigation at every point. Does this sound like somebody who's innocent to you? Absolutely not. Now, I know, like, there's some legal matters, there's some things you can do, some things you can't do, but for a man who openly claimed, yeah, we're going to cooperate, and then behind the scenes is blocking it at every opportunity, it sounds like, really, really speaks volumes to the scumbag Dan Snyder is. And, with all this stuff coming out, you know what Dan does? He always just gets the heat off. The Washington Redskins was a controversial name, okay? I'm not going to put my 2 cents on this whole situation. I've done a video about this before. But they got rid of the name when this story broke last July, and they became football team last year. And now they're getting ready. They announced today, February 2nd, they're going to have a new team name. They've had a list of names for a while now. But this is, get the heat off, because this story broke in December about Dan Snyder, but they're going to try and get the eyes off of him. We're going to announce our new team name on February 2nd. PFF has a good bets here. Commanders plus 200, Red Hogs, Defenders, Armada, Admirals. Red Wolves or Wolves were the fan favorite, but of course they couldn't get a trademark on this, and so they said that's not going to do it. It's going to hinder our thing. Now, WashingtonAdmirals.com currently links to the football team's website, so they've already leaked who their name is. But of course, in true football team management fashion, Dan Snyder ownership, there's a DC Quidditch team already named the Admirals. Of course there is. So here comes a lawsuit. We've already seen this disaster with the Cleveland Guardians. This just fits, this organization perfectly. Dan Snyder, you piece of shit. Not only does he not care about the woman in his organization, his working environment, which is the serious part, the joke of an owner he doesn't care about his paying fans or his stadium. This stadium is not that old. I believe the stadium was built when he bought the team in 99. So this is his baby, not that old of a stadium. Let's see, from earlier this year, we have raw sewage leaking on the fans in the stadium. Now, this could happen to anybody. Could happen to any organization, any team. You see some runoff sometimes in other stadiums, but of course it happens to football team. Of course it happens to Washington. And really, really big thing for those of you who didn't see, oh no, it's this one. Sunday after the Eagles win, you see Jalen Hurts walking here congratulating fans, and then, oh Jesus, there goes the stands. Could have killed somebody. Could have seriously injured people, let alone crushed Jalen Hurts. Luckily, everybody was okay. Jalen Hurts handled it like a professional, tried to help everybody, trying to handle the team up. Really, really class act from Jalen Hurts. But of course, you don't see this in any other franchise. Cleveland's, dog shit on the field, but you don't see their stadium collapsing. You don't see that. You don't see, this. And of course, apparently there was word that none of these people were offered medical assistance from the stadium or the team. Like, what? I would sue the shit out of Dan Snyder in this organization for this bullshit. Now they're going to say, oh, you shouldn't have been leaning on the thing. You should have a stadium capable of supporting people. Everybody leans over. Everybody tries to high-five their players or whatever, congratulate them. This is just the epitome of the dumpster fire of an organization Dan Snyder has run for the past 20 years. And something needs to be done. Somebody from the NFL needs to step in, force them to sell the goddamn team. You're going to make $1 bajillion. The NFL franchises are worth ungodly amounts of money, especially for what people paid for them 20 years ago. I mean, holy shit. But get somebody in there who cares about winning, who cares about a good working environment for everybody, cares about the product on the football field. I mean, thank God for Ron Rivera the last 2 seasons. God bless him. He's kept this organization afloat. They made the playoffs last year with no quarterback. They were not that good this year, but it's something. But this is where it gets really serious. Jalen Hurts, who is a class act, clinched the playoffs. Congratulations to them. Took to the internet and posted this letter talking about what happened. He was able to prevent the barrier from crashing on me, but not the same for the fans who could suffer lingering injuries, like I said. Handled it like a professional. But what's the NFL going to do? This is not a safe stadium. Like, Jesus Christ, I'd be worried about this. You're not even going to offer medical, help the people out. Oh, if we offer medical assistance, that assumes they're wrong. Man, this is such bullshit. I'm glad Jalen Hurts did this, stepped up, said something. This is the kind of stuff you need to force the NFL to take action and do stuff with this organization. It needs to be done. Dan Snyder is an absolute piece of shit. He's ruined this great franchise. This franchise in the 80s, and early 90s, won multiple Super Bowls. Joe Gibbs, legendary Hall of Fame head coach. And you've turned it into the last laughing stock of the league. And just a terrible, terrible working environment for anybody involved. Something needs to be done. Need to step in, get a new ownership, fix this organization and franchise. I know the fans out there are pissed. They don't accept this. They don't put up with this. And you keep deflecting from yourself. You keep somehow dodging the magic bullet. I don't know how this has happened, how he's still employed, how he's still the owner, how nothing has happened. The NBA fired, what's-his-face, Dan Sterling, Ronald Sterling, I don't even remember this son of a bitch's name, for being a racist piece of shit. The NFL could do something here. But again, the NFL is kind of content and they're run by the owners, and I get that. But it needs to be done. I mean, you can't have a guy destroying a franchise like this, making your league look like a laughing stock, and somehow avoiding the magic bullet at every which way turn with these allegations. These are pretty credible allegations. You don't just pay off $1.6 million for a nothing burger, and then you don't just fire your employees after the story breaks that you allegedly knew about. It's just a total abject disaster. I hope something's done. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Washington fans, do you have any input on this? Football fans in general, how do you feel about this? I'm sure some people are cool with the Redskins being a football team, being a complete dumpster fire, especially those Cowboy fans out there. But this is unacceptable. Something needs to be done. And that's going to do it for us today. Again, like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our daily content, and I'll see y'all next time.